Hi guys, welcome to your bi-weeklies, and big shout out to all of you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Cat Tarot is now at 50,000 plus. So I cannot really say to you how much and how much this means to me, how encouraging this is. So without further ado, let me just tell you quickly that on a special, this month continues to be X-Spread. So this is for on and off relationships, and if you really want to figure out and find out a little bit more about your partner. Generally, people use it for testing the possible partner. People use it to actually see what really went on, to reach closure, and to really kind of like a confirmation, yes, that they are not crazy. Anyhow, let's jump in. And lastly, happy birthday to all Virgos, and by the end of this period is going to be Libera's time to shine. So in the meantime guys, just check my Facebook and join in there as well if you can. Thank you so much. Hi Leos, and welcome to your bi-weeklies. And I know you are roaring like whatever you cats do because you didn't get your monthly. I know it kind of sucks, right? Last month I was showering you with everything and now nothing. Well, this is the Virgo basically period, so hence you kind of get relegated to the very back. And given that I was like overly ambitious this month and I just like took basically too big of the cake for myself, I'm lagging behind. So in the next few days you're going to get a big one. I don't know if you noticed that Taurus got a really big reading as a token of my appreciation. So you're going to get, actually Taurus was the last one just to get September, but Geminis, Cancers, and Leos that are left are going to get September and October. So yay. And part of that is going to be interactive reading, and in this particular reading today is going to be just quickly 2 weeks, quick and dirty. This is what's happening, that's what you have to look for. That's going to be more vision, how far you can kind of go up, etc. So at the end of this reading today, we are going to also have interactive part, and this is like applicable to both Leos and to anybody viewing, because it just kind of attracts the energy that is already present anyway. So you'll be able to pick one of the doors for you and kind of like figure out what answer you were attracted to. Okay, so Leo, September 16th to September 30th. Leo, September 16th to September 30th. Leo, September 16th, December 30th. So I'm going to be clarifying your reading with the Gypsy Oracle cards. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles. So things are really kind of like stagnating. This is a test, kind of like, can you take it? You're like a fire sign. Not everybody feels this way. Certain things are maybe out of balance. Good gosh, you have kind of like interesting cards over here. What is this, a divorce? Going forward, going backward, feeling stuck, moving forward. It's kind of one step back, one step forward. Kind of interesting energy. So let's see, what do you get? The Star reversed. Star reversed is like, what is that is not being healed? Are you kind of like closing yourself off to the other people, and why? This is talking in the upright situation about guidance, about serenity and hopefulness, everything that is kind of soft and gentle but powerful kind of a thing, right? Gentle giant like the whale, and cleansing, healing, renewal. But here there is kind of stubbornness to refusal almost to accept guidance, right? Let's see, why is that? This is crossed with, okay, now talking about Five of Swords is like when the victory really it's not a victory, when you maybe feel humiliated, maybe you feel embarrassed, maybe certain things happened, you know, it's a certain situation that people are losing, and maybe you're not willing to share the situation, and hence you're kind of closing yourself off in the situation. There you go, you're stuck. There was a moment where you were really happy, and you're kind of like trying to frame that moment, but you know what, emotions cannot be framed. You cannot not to go forward. We only have one direction forward. We are only going to get older. We actually do have expiry date, so you are trying to beat the odds. So this is not a great place to be. The world reversed is always talking about unhealthy attachment, which, you know, sometimes people die and you're like lying down their body, and of course I get it. It's something that is like really important and connected, but things are going forward. This also could mean that there is somebody from the past that you feel severe attachment, and it's kind of 21, it's kind of important thing, this kind of would be moving to the next stage. So for some reason there is like no movement forward here. So let's see the past. Yeah, third party, rivalry, rejection, embarrassment, humiliation. Oh, I don't like this card. Right? Nobody kind of like begs to get this card in their reading, or Ten of Swords, or Devil, or Death. So this is kind of like one of those cards that kind of like signifies sorrow, and it's maybe something that has been eye-opening for you. It's something that you experienced, and this kind of, the good news about this card is like they are swords and they're not cups. So the processing already went from your heart to your head, which means, okay, some filtering was happening, because, you know, it's kind of difficult, it is, but it's learning of something that kind of like did shake you off, right? So what is crowning you is there is some kind of sloppiness here. Watch for the details over here. Eight of Pentacles is always kind of talking about paying attention to the details, kind of building something successfully. You see, kind of using a different kind of symbolism, different approaches, and kind of like wondering what kind of would be the best fit and how to kind of put these elements in place. In your case, it came reversed. It kind of it could talk about that there is not going to be connectivity. 8 is a building number, right? So 17, 1 and 7 is 8 as well. So twice is coming reversed. Something is not being built, and then again these two are 8. This is all talking about some kind of relationship, guys, because the 24 adds to 6. Somebody is taken and think that was this third party, and this kind of to me talks about somebody taken, or husband, and somebody who you really crave, or you kind of like want that happiness for yourself, and you're kind of looking for small victories, but kind of this is a situation. You see, here is the 3 people, and here you have 3 people, and I guess it's kind of situation that is hard to open yourself up. Maybe you don't feel comfortable talking about it, and maybe you're kind of like counting on the moments that are nice and happy, and you're kind of boxing them in because it feels so good. So let's see, where are your feelings for these 2 weeks? Yay! Yay! Whew. Okay, so this is the situation. I'm stuck. I'm not letting this art to move forward, right? But check this card out. See the similarities? So the tarot starts with this card and ends with this card. That's what I'm saying. You kind of have to let go to come here, and then something new, fresh starts. Something optimistic, something positive, something where you feel it just cannot go wrong. So we will see like what's going to happen here, but this is really good. After holding on to something, like almost like holding, it's like somebody telling you, oh, let go of this cliff, and no, I'm going to kind of die, and then you do, and then it's all of a sudden so amazing, you just like fall on something soft. This kind of foretells new beginnings and new knowledge and acquiring new experiences. So let's see your environment. Queen of Cups. This is an emotional energy. This is an energy of nurturer, somebody who likes children, somebody who likes animals, really good people person, somebody who gives lots of comfort, likes to bake cookies, that kind of things. Really kind of like master nurturer, right? So it could be like that you need some kind of nurturing in your life, or you're kind of open to this nurturing. In any case, it's kind of interesting and good. Well, yet another 8. So hopes and fears. You're fearing that some connection might be lost. You're fearing a distance, and you're hoping for connection, for travel, for love messages, for texting, and it's going to happen. So let's see what kind of trajectory you have here. Wow. Okay, so from wondering if you should continue, if this isn't worthwhile building it, you're saying, you know what, I have to firm myself up. This is really important card. Kind of like it's saying, like, you need to kind of like know who you are. You have to understand yourself. You kind of like have to find your positioning in the nature, and then kind of like everything else gets so much easier, because you know, it's certainly talking about feeling accomplished, right? So something good is going to happen. Like, it's almost looks like the first week is going to be and sleep it through it, right? You're a big cat, sleep through it, and then it just like goes with a whoosh. So what we are talking about, 23rd, right? So today is the 15th, I'm releasing it. So I would say 23rd, 24th, it's going to be some motion. And since the Fool represents air signs, it could be something really fast. So let's clarify, guys. Let's see what we have over here. Okay, because it looks like you're entering this period not necessarily feeling very happy, feeling disillusioned, not healing, feeling, there you go, it was the third party again, twice, pleasure seekers. Okay, so what you are not letting go, let me get this bigger understanding of Helios. And also, guys, this is a general reading, and just there's so many of you, so this is only 10 cards that I'm trying to kind of get all the energies from everybody. That's why, believe it or not, I am literally kicking people out from the site, those ones who are negative, those ones who kind of can mud the pot, right? So kind of like I am very protective of you, master person. Okay, now it's interesting, this is something you're letting go. It's something concerning love, child, love. This can mean child. Why is love reversed? Or are you in love with someone where you're not feeling fulfilled, or you're like, you see, because both of them are reversed, moving forward, you see, this is kind of funny part, you're not feeling love, but by letting it go, the love would actually come to play. And something from the past might get cut off, but right now the situation is this: you're still stuck in the past over something, a love that stems in the past, but things have to move forward. And the stuff from the past, this either is going to be that you guys might get pregnant, or this can also mean that there was like something that was brewing since possibly November, and it's going to come to certain culmination. It's going to come to finally bear fruits, or bear child, as in this case. So let's see, is that healing connected to some kind of that love affair? Because obviously has been, you have been through some kind of hurt feelings and rejection and possible humiliation. So let me see this star. Yeah, you see, it could be that you or your partner, there is like somebody is not opening up, and it's kind of like hard. This is kind of should be a single person, somebody who has to go forward, but this is like, okay, I'm not going forward yet, I'm not going, just, you know, it's like the person bungee jumping, kind of a thing, not ready. Okay, so who is this person? King of Pentacles, taken lady or taken guy. Yeah, look at this, reconciliation, reunion reversed. Why is there no reunion here? Are you kind of leaving the idea of reuniting with this person? That's possible, because this kind of like is telling me somebody from the past is coming to the surface in some kind of different form. Okay, let me get another card for that. So secrets are still happening. Secrets could be related to money, to papers, to documentation, because you see we have all these kind of things hidden here in the safe, and some of them we can see that they're actually big amounts and they're big issues. Others, they're books. The books are secrets. Okay, so what is this new beginning? New beginning with a young woman or a young person, or somebody who has a daughter, or you might feel new enthusiasm, newfound kind of like freedom, kind of lift off. And who is this? Because this can also be a couple. This could also be you and not being with somebody, and you're being very nourishing towards somebody who is kind of closed off. So let's see, but I think this is somebody from the outside because it fell into your environment section. See, Queen of Chalices, confirm. Or this could be one third party and it's joyfulness. Or you could be the third party. Okay, Leo, Queen of Cups. Disloyalty. Joyfulness about disloyalty. Okay, this can be seen this way as well, because we do have again a couple that is not a couple here, right? With a baby nonetheless, and with love, but somehow things are not moving forward. And since these are your feelings, you kind of like want to stay in that space where, you know, things probably were in love and were moving forward. Then you're hoping that certain things will turn around. Those secrets are not going to be secrets anymore. The union is going to take place. But then here is the wrench happening. There might be the third person. And this, I mean, mind you, I'm seeing few signs over here. I see earth signs. I see air signs, in particular Aquarius. And I see a Scorpio. This could be a Scorpio that kind of has some kind of joy and unfaithfulness. So I don't know, is if you're involved with somebody who could be a water sign, or with a person who kind of appears to be very nurturing, with whom you have a good fun, be also very careful, because this person might not be very faithful over here. So it's kind of mixed bag, but I think altogether probably is going to be good. Maybe that's loyalty not towards somebody else, but beware how you do anything is how you do everything. If they are behaving that way towards somebody else, who is to say they're not going to do it to you? There you go. Somebody's sad in the situation, and it's not you. Somebody is disloyal, and somebody is going to be really sad, and somebody is going to be very happy. This is kind of really bizarre. So we have a triangle here for sure, because you cannot be sad and happy at the same time, kind of a thing, right? So let's see what's hiding behind this Eight of this arrows of love, enthusiasm, looking forward. What are you looking for? What kind of trouble? Rival. This could be also an enemy, that you can be your own enemy, but I think that's a rival. And look at us. Yeah, it's again a couple. It is not a couple. Be very careful if you're involved with somebody and you want to win somebody over just because you want to win. Be very careful, because this card is talking about humbleness, and it's also talking about a beaten self-esteem. So I'm really wondering here, because right, we have well, something is though moving forward slowly. Things will start revolving, but there is somebody who is unavailable, and that kind of would be the person here too. That unavailable person here is with somebody. Maybe that person is suffering self-esteem issues, but you know what happens when people suffer self-esteem issues? What happens is they kind of project that energy, and they think that everybody else have the same ailment, and they're going to act in the same way, and other people are not that way. So it's kind of adjustment there is needed. But again, it could mean a third party that, you know, and very well you can be the third party, guys. Okay, so let me see here. That 9 of Pentacles, what is that there for? Okay, so you need to feel comfort with yourself. Old woman, it's very similar to this money, but in a kind of different positive way. It is not like she's not flashing things off, but she's comfortable, right? She kind of like has her feet on a book. Books are generally secrets, as we have here. But she conquered this book, and she has a mini book. So sort of like, hey, I have a short version and I have a long version. Which one do you want to hear? Both of them, I win, kind of a thing. It's a counselor. It's somebody who kind of helps, who supports. It could be a parent. It could be a tarot reader, right? A coach. It could be people who are making you comfortable about who you are and standing on your 2 feet. And the solution is inside of you guys here. Something is happening, but it's only happening, or it's happening in spite of the situation, almost better to say, because looks like you are really getting comfortable. So see, things are not moving fast, but they are moving steadily. Let me just get one more card for that 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, look at this. There is a liftoff. I told you, there is a liftoff. But I have to tell you, the first week is going to feel like blah. Okay, Leos, let's check now your questions. Ask yourself a question, Leos, and whoever is viewing it. Okay, let's see. Okay, I already pulled 2 cards from the other decks. I have to shuffle this one away from you so you don't see it. And in the case the card comes out, you don't know the answer. So, Leo, ask a question. And the answer is going to be door number 1, door number 2, or Leo, September 16th to 30th. 3. Okay, last call. 1, 2, or 3. 1. Ah, 6 of Earth. Oh, that's lovely. Look at this. Sharing. Look at the kitties. Kitties allowing visitors in home. And everybody is sharing the bounty. This is actually so much better manifestation than any other card, and especially I like the fact there are 4 of them, so it doesn't give me this 3 kind of thing. So this means feeling accepted. This means feeling kind of like balance, feeling comfort, feeling home, feeling relief. Look, this is not only they're getting the food, but like, I mean, this kitty is being licked over here and taken care of. Lovely. You know, this is going to be all well. And after this is done, and look at this nice soft cushion, like, it's after a while you guys are getting to it. And this is a mirror that is asking you, look back, guys, look what you've been through, you deserve it. Okay, things are going well here. Now door number 2. The star that you had over there reversed, the same thing. The healing, an opening, not being able to open to kindness, or not discussing things. It's not energy, just like you had the star and you had the world, both reversed. It's the energy that has to lift up. This is really in particular card that is asking you to look up, look in the distance. What are the dreams? What is the star? This also can be a communication card that kind of like creates stagnation, right? You lost, it's a dark sky, you don't know where to go. What is your North Star? Kind of a thing. So guys, some healing needs to take place here. Some discomfort is happening here, delaying communications, overall stagnant energy here. Open up to healing. It's very important. And lastly, the number 3, Eight of Swords. Look at this, another 8. So 8 of Swords reversed. In this position, somebody's stuck, somebody's feeling fear, somebody's maybe not communicating, and not because they don't want to, because they're freaked out. They're blindfolded, they're tapping in the dark, and they're just frankly exhausted, and they're just about to have a major panic attack. When this kind of comes around, it's kind of like a tear in that fear is happening. The opening is like, oh, I can breathe now. It's maybe not as bad. Maybe I just have to move slower and tap my way through it, and eventually I'll get there. It's kind of this understanding, instead of trying to make a big jump, you're just trying to make small steps. So the answer is here that if you're waiting for somebody to call and to contact, and it was a big period of non-communicado, this is now opening. That person might be open to conversation, but do not sit by the phone and say, well, Kat said he'll call. This actually says, if you basically seen it, you need to engage this destiny because it's calling for you. Okay, so also guys, 6 and 6 and pardon me, 8 and 8, 16 and 2 and 6 is 22. Very very important energy. It's kind of like very strong motion forward. Okay, so forgive me, Leos, for being the last sign this month, but as soon as Libra comes, they're going to be penultimate, so you know how it goes, right? So please subscribe if you're not subscriber already, and you know, give me your comments. Always lovely to see. And lastly, if you want a private reading for exact your energies, contact me via www.cattarot.ca. and until your monthlies, which most likely comes for tomorrow, is Saturday, so Sunday or Monday, then I love you, and I'll love you more when you get your really big reading. Okay, all the best.